How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. It is starting to feel like fall around here in Utah. I don't know if it is where you live. The mountains here got their first snow on Tuesday, the 10th of September 2019, so it is definitely starting to cool off around here. Maybe if you live in the south, I have family there. I know it's still in the 90s and humid. So I digress. Let's get into some PC Building Simulator. Let's start with our email here. If I can get it to open. There we go. So this first email says, "Hey, my rig is broken. You'll need to diagnose what's wrong with it. I'll be playing a game or whatever, and then out of nowhere, the PC will restart. It seems a bit dusty inside. My brother has Silverstone in his PC. He says they are the best." So, a diagnose and fix. Let's accept that one. The next one here says, "Hello. Build me a PC. I need a new rig. I'm hyped for this game I just got, but my PC won't run it. It's called World of Warcraft. Minimum spec. Can you get that done by today? I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. I read that EVGA parts are really good." So, play World of Warcraft, minimum spec, and it needs to be done by today. So we will have to same day the parts for that one. But let's go ahead and accept it anyway, and we will get it done. And then let's do this third email here. "Good day. Can't believe my PC broke. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? My brother kicked the computer, the screen went black, and now it doesn't turn on. My friend says she thinks it's the CPU. Can you get that done by tomorrow? I like nice and shiny new components. My kid's been using it, and I'm getting some weird pop-ups." Well, that's probably because your kid's visiting some dodgy sites. So let's go ahead and accept that one. I'm going to step away. We will get a build. Actually, let's pull up Will It Run first. So, minimum spec, World of Warcraft. Here's what it needs to run. I'm going to step away, get a build put together, and then we will order that, have it delivered same day. We'll get that one put together. Excuse me. We'll end our day, and we'll get our repairs in and do those. So I will be right back. All right, so for our build, we're going to go with the EVGA Z270 for the win motherboard, an i5 7600K, an EVGA CLC 280 cooler, 2 sticks of Gigabyte Aorus RAM, it's 8 gig 3200 MHz, an EVGA GTX 1070, an EVGA 450B3, 2 terabyte hard drive, 128 gig M.2 drive, and we're going to put that in an EVGA DG84 full tower. So they're definitely getting all the EVGA parts that they can deal with. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same day delivery on this. We're going to go ahead and get it built, and then we will end our day and get our repairs in and work on those, since this has to be done today. So let's get this case pulled apart. Maybe, oh, there we go. See what all comes off of this here. Let's open that. Let's remove all this so we can get the power supply in. Don't know what we're going to need to remove on the top or the front, so we'll just leave it for now. But let's go ahead and get our motherboard installed, the EVGA Z270 for the win K. Get that screwed down. This thing could definitely hold a much larger motherboard. Let's get our RAM slots open. CPU shield, so we can get those installed. Let's get our CPU in, the 7600K, as well as our RAM, which is this Gigabyte Aorus RAM. Got 2 sticks of that. There we go. Let's go ahead and get our Patriot Scorch drive installed. Oops. How if I screwed it down all the way? Or move those out of there because we're going to put a graphics card in. But let's see where we can get this CPU cooler to install. This is the EVGA. So it looks like we should be able to install it in the top. So let's take that off and see what we can do here. Oops. There it is. Let's see, do we want it there? Or do we want to push it forward? Let's push it forward. Get that screwed down. Does this thing not have any rear fans in it? This thing doesn't have any fans at all. Interesting. We may have to throw a fan in there. Alright. Deal with that in a minute. Let's get our power supply in. Get that screwed down. Let's see, what am I looking for? Storage. Let's figure out where we can put. Maybe this thing won't hold a 2 terabyte hard drive. Let's see what it'll hold on the back. That looks like it should hold a hard drive there. There we go. Now we can get our graphics card installed, which is the EVGA GTX 1070 for the Win 2 gaming card. And we should be ready to cable everything up, but let's see if I have any fans sitting around that we can throw in that aren't too expensive. So 120. Problem is I don't know what these cost. Hold on, let's go grab their build thing here so we can keep track of. So we've got 1730 in there, and I think we only had 1750 to spend. So let's see what a single fan, maybe a 120. Those might be expensive. I don't know. Doesn't even fit. Or do I just have to remove something? Now let's see. Will it hold a 140? We've got some heat away. That makes it 1740. So those are $10 a piece. Let's toss another one in. So at least we can pull air through the case, even though there's nothing here in the front. You know what? Let's take this lower one out. Let's put it in the front of the case. Take this front panel off. Let's at least get one case fan in the front. Stick it right in the middle. That ought to be sufficient for some airflow. Let's cable this up. Let's put some color in here. This thing has no color. Let's see. Do some cyan. Get everything wired up. Okay. Let's close that. Let's actually put some of these pieces back on this thing here. Get the top panel put on. Figure out what this back, does it go back here? Where does this go? Don't know where this beauty panel goes. Okay, that's where the dust filter goes. This thing keeps cabling itself. Let's get the PSU mount on and screw down. Oh my goodness. And then the outer PSU mount on. Control panel goes down here. Let's see, the beauty panel. Okay, beauty panel goes there. Man, this case has a lot of parts. Front panel. Let's go ahead and put this side. Oh, wrong one. This side panel on. Okay. Let's get a USB. Oh, no, we can't do a USB yet. We need to open this up. Get a USB in there. Let's power this on. We'll hop into the BIOS. We will turn on our XMP. Make sure it's booting from the correct drive. We'll let this thing start up here. While it's doing that, I'm going to finish putting the case back together. We've just got this side panel to go on. Oh, it's not even windowed, so color doesn't really matter. So we are good to go with this one. Let's power it down. Let's go put it out in the hall. And we can go ahead and collect this. Got some new parts. The Z370 for the win. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go end our day. We can get our repairs in. And we can start working on those because those are due at the end of this new day here. Oh, that is filthy. And let's get this one over on a bench. That one's not as filthy. Start with this nasty beast here. Let's get our compressed air out. See if we can't blow this thing clean. Is it doing anything? There we go. Starting to. This is so filthy it looks like it could have used more than just a small can of compressed air. Alright, I think that's good. Let's see if it'll power at all. Nope, no power whatsoever. Let's check the power supply first. Let's see. Broken. So it's a Silverstone ST80F Ti. So let's go add one of those to our cart. Power supply. Silverstone. ST80. This one here, right? Whoops. That's not what I meant to hit. Let's just double check. ST80F Ti. ST80F Ti, that one. Man, that's an expensive power supply. Okay, so before we place that order, let's check this PC and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it and if we need to order parts. So this one starts up but says no CPU found. So let's remove this cooler. And we will see if this CPU is broken. So an i3 8350K, and it is broken. Do I have one? No, I do not. So let's go order an i3 8350K. Does I have one in my inventory? I think it's in another PC though. So let's go ahead and add that to the cart. Let's do same day delivery. Get our parts here. That's not what I was looking for. We need power supply. Let's sell this broken one. Let's put in the new one. Disconnect yourself, please. Now we need the PSU mount. Okay. Let's get this cabled. Looks like maybe the sleeved purple. Yes. And the hard drive. That is a huge cooler. Okay, let's see if this power's on now. Got a puppy and a kitten. Okay, let's get the side panel on. And let's get this one out in the hallway. Let's get the CPU. Let's get rid of that broken one. And let's install the 8350K. And their cooler. Oh, gotta put some thermal paste on there first. There we go. Now we'll get the cooler on. Let's cable that. I think this was the one that had viruses, so let's go ahead and pop our USB drive in and power it up. All right. Let's get our virus scanner on. We will scan this for viruses. Okay. 300 infected files. Let's get that cleaned. This should be good to go now. So let's get the side panel back on. We can power this one down and get it out into the hall. Let's collect the money from those. Are we down here? Diagnose and fix. Collect that. That's the one we already did. Let's collect that. Got a bunch of new emails here. We've got these other ones, but I am going to end this episode here. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal, but it is a Saturday, so I hope everyone has a great Saturday. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next episode.